Hi everyone, so let's go ahead and get started on our October mini mixed media project. This is going to be super fun. I love fall and I love doing, making fall projects. So the first part that we're going to do, we're going to take our stencil and our jar of the brown rust effect paste, and we're going to stencil that on, and I'm basically going to cover the whole piece, like the whole one side of the wooden piece with the texture paste using the stencil. And then I'm going to let that dry. You can let it air dry, or you can dry it with a blow dryer or a heat gun. The rust effect paste is not like the crackle paste where it really needs like a 24-hour turnaround time. I usually will apply it to my project, and depending on the weather, maybe 20 minutes, it's ready to go to the next step. So now I'm going to take some of the golden amber paint and paint the little pumpkins. Those are some cute little styrofoam pumpkins. And so I thought it would be neat to go ahead and just paint those so that it's not left white, left unfinished, at least for my project. Now you might want to leave them white for your project, but I like to add a little bit of color, so I'm going to go ahead and paint both of these, and then I'm also going to apply a little bit of the paint to the edges of the pine cone. So I'm figuring out where my chipboard piece is going to be. That's kind of going to be our focal point in the layout. And I'm applying a little bit of gesso around the edges of where the chipboard piece is going to be, because I'm fixing to apply paint and water, and I don't want all of that to soak into the wood. So I'm applying the gesso, and then the next part we will be applying the paint. Now, one mistake that I made, I did not let my gesso dry enough before I applied the paint. So you can see where the paint is mixing in with the gesso. However, it's not a big deal, and as you will see in the video, what I go ahead and do, I dry it with a heat gun and then just apply more paint over it. That way to bring out that orange paint and it's not muted, which you might like it to be mixed in with the gesso just to kind of tone it down a little bit. I just wanted to go ahead and have that bright color since the other elements that we're putting into the layout, the colors are not really that bright, so I wanted to go ahead and have this bright orange behind our layout. So I have dried the orange paint or the golden amber paint with my heat gun. Now, in just kind of varied places around where the chipboard piece is going, I'm just painting a little bit of this blue Manor paint just to add a little bit hues of blue to kind of pull out from the chipboard piece. It's a really pretty color. I really like it. And it just adds a contrast between the orange and the chipboard piece. That way you just have an extra element of depth of color there. So I have dried the blue paint. Now I'm going to start gluing everything down so we can go ahead and finish our project. So I wanted to add a little bit of white. I like to do this. It's something that I like to do really. I like to take a little bit of the gesso on some paintbrush and just kind of paint around in different places. So I'm applying the gesso on some of the pine cones, some of the flowers, around on the chipboard piece, as well as the wood piece. It just adds some other points of interest, adds some texture, which I really like. I like to have just different little things going on in the project. It just keeps it very entertaining for the eyes to see. So now in various places I'm applying a little bit of glue and then sprinkling some of the micro beads on it. I'm using yellow. In your kit you may have yellow micro beads or silver or bronze or gold. Basically it's just kind of a random pick of colors, and all of the colors that you get, it will match with the kit. And I usually apply them a little bit on the flowers or just kind of in little crevices, just to add just little pops of the texture and color, here and there throughout the layout. Well, I hope that you have enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out to me and let me know. I'm here to help any way that I can. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.